Here's a quick video on how to use SmartSuite for goal setting and keeping track of that, specifically in a larger organization. So I'm going to search my existing solutions over here, and I don't think we have goal setting. So I'm going to download a new template. I'm going to create a new solution. I'm going to start from a template just because I know that we have good templates for this. And here we go. We have goal setting over here. Okay, so we have EOS, objective key results, goals and objectives. Let me check out this template over here so I can see the structure real quick. So I have goals, objectives, and status updates, and I have the different views. Okay, this looks like a good template. We're going to download this template into our workspace. And here we go. We have goals and objectives. And again, like I said, there's always going to be sample data when you download a template, and that's just as you customize this solution, you'll be able to see how the different customizations and settings that you're apply to the sample data that's in here. So it's easy to kind of see what you're doing. And then as soon as you're done, you can just come in here, delete all the sample data, and it just wipes it out. So let's take a look real quick over here. We have 3 apps. So we have goals, objectives, and status updates. And it looks like they're all going to be linked to each other. So goals are going to be linked to objectives, and then status updates are going to be linked to objectives. And so we have different views over here. So we have 2022 company goals by department. We have the different custom fields over here. So goal name, time period. So I can set a date range, a status, so planned, active, goal missed, the owner of the goal, priority, achievement. This is a slider. I can say what percentage we've achieved. Goal type, we have company goal versus team goal. And department, if it's a team goal, then we can kind of show which department this applies to. And then we have the details of the goal, description, attachments, and then we link it to an objective, and we can create a new objective here. So let's put a due date for objective. Let's put October. Let's assign an owner. Current attainment, let's say 13%. And it's going to be in Q3. Department. And let's add a few checklist items and assign them to different people. Let's give it a due date. And then let's leave it now. We're not going to link it to a status update. And here we are. Link record. Okay, so now we have launched 5 new partnership channels linked. I can display this field, so I can choose what I'm displaying it to. So I can display the objectives, and let me drag that over here. And let me see the full size. Okay, so it's linked. The launch new objective is going to be linked to this. Launch new 5 new channel partnerships is going to be linked to the test objective. If I click into it, I can actually easily see the objective, and I can check off my checklists. And again, it's linked back obviously to the goal, right? So I can click over here and see the goal and whatnot. Okay. And then obviously we have different views. So now I can see a board view, and I can kind of drag things. And I can choose obviously what I'm displaying on the cards. And then we built out a goal summary. And obviously you can add as many views as you'd like. So like, for example, I can add another grid view, and I can decide that I want to display department, description, the objective, and the open comments, and the owner. And I can even share this view externally if I don't want my team to like kind of be in here. I can just kind of share this. We can display this somewhere, and this will always pull from whatever filter or groupings I apply over here. I can leave comments, So let's say I'm in objectives, for example. Okay, so in objectives, I have all these different fields. New employee onboarding, we have the status, we have a link to a goal, due date, current achievement. I can always come in here and change it. Owners, departments, period, description, attachments. Again, we have that's linked to status update. So these are going to be like the meetings that we have to discuss it. And again, I can click right into the status update and we can see like all the objectives that were discussed in that status update and whatnot. Now, by the way, the reason why this view is a little different than this view is simply because the page settings. So I can change this view to this view where it's going to be 2 columns, or I can change it to 1 column, right? Very easy to kind of switch around the different views. And moving back, let me just save it. There we go. And then moving back, okay, so back to let me go back to objectives for a moment. So we have all these different custom fields. I can obviously leave comments, right? So I can ask a question. I can even, let's say, ask my manager a question and say, hey, what's going on with this? And he would get a notification and he can respond right on here. I can share it with an email, all that cool stuff. And again, by the way, objectives has different views and you can set up all sorts of different views. Status updates. Okay, so status updates, so basically the meetings that we discussed, the status updates. You see how this page is laid out a little differently. We have the key actions, which I can add more here. Uncheck. I see what objectives this status update was linked to, and I see their status, and I can click in here and see, okay, this was the objective that we discussed. Going back, we discussed this objective, which was linked to this status update. I'm back to my status update now, and so on and so forth. Obviously, everything over here is super customizable, and so you can add custom fields. We have over 40 custom fields that you can add over here. Text, docs, dates, numbers, time, currencies, address, phone, email, and there's data validation. So like, for example, if I have a date, I can't enter anything else. If I have a phone number, it won't let me enter something that's not a phone number. And then you can create the different views. I can highlight. So for example, this is a cool one. Let me highlight in green the ones that are in high priority, that are in high confidence level. So now it's highlighting anything that has confidence. If I change medium to high, boom. And by the way, you can have a description of what this means. See this? In the custom field, I can build out what each one of these means. Let me just show you. So high, medium, low, but I can also describe what each one of these means, right? Include choice description, and I can even include a value, which can later be used in formulas. I can pull in also different predefined lists for multi-select or drop-down lists. We have radio buttons, required entry to this field. So there's a lot of customization actually that goes onto the field level. Either way, hope this was a good overview of goals and objectives within SmartSuite, and you can totally customize this to fit your company's needs. This was just a simple demo walkthrough of like the basic template that we have and how you can make changes to it very easily, or you can totally start from scratch and build out your own structure and areas.